Hello guys, and welcome back again to the channel. On today's video, I want to discuss what I consider to be the mixing cheat code. And that is obviously mixing mindset, because a lot of people, let's face it, when they are mixing, they don't actually have a mindset of where they want to drive the mix to. All they know is they've put up the mix, they'll start pulling a bunch of plugins, and when they obviously get overwhelmed, the thing is they will go online and start searching how to mix or how to do this, how to do that, when they've actually started on a wrong foot by not actually having a vision of where they want to drive the mix to from the onset. Things that obviously this help you with is, one, if you have a vision of where you want to drive the mix to, you're going to know the kind of plugins that you're going to pick, the kind of reverbs, for instance, the kind of EQ, the kind of compressor. Because put it this way, if you want your mix to obviously sound punchy, you know you're going to go for different kind of compressor, different kind of EQs, compared to when you want the mix to be more mellow. Obviously, the reverb and the EQs, the compressor you will pick will be different, right? That is why you need to have a mixing mindset and also a vision before you even start a mix. You know, for me, for example, once I pull up a mix, I listen to it, I instantly, think of, okay, where do I want to take this mix to? And what direction do I want to go? The analogy I want to put here is, if you are traveling, right, you already obviously know the destination where you are going. Next thing, you start thinking of how to get there, which is either by car, train, bus, plane. That's the same thing with mixing. If you treat it like you treat your everyday life, which is how or where do I want to take this mix to? Once you obviously have a vision where you want to take the mix to, that's already a cheat code there, because then that will help you decide what tools you need that will get you there. Because remember, if you want your mix to obviously sound clean and bright or crisp, the kind of EQs or the tools that you will require for this will be different to when you want the mix to just, sound mellow or a bit dark, right? The same with if you want your mix to sound punchy, the kind of tools you need will be different to when you want it to sound, loose and not punchy, but, like round. So let's get on computer and I'll show you guys what I mean, and obviously the kind of ways that I go about mixing when I sit down to mix. And obviously I'll show you guys my own, mixing concepts. Let's dive into it. So here we are inside the door. And this is a mix that I've pulled up. As you can see, I've obviously got a couple of plugins going. But when I pull a mix like this, the first thing I obviously do is listen to the mix and then see where I want to take.